Hey dudes! Today we're going to talk about a topic that I've actually been asked a lot about and I didn't really know how to address it first, but it's basically, what do you do if you feel like you suck at singing and you want to get good or at least decent? So it's kind of like a funny topic. I kind of feel bad even phrasing it like that because I don't like to say like anybody sucks, but I mean, hey, some of us are born kind of with natural kind of ability in singing and others feel like we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. So a lot of my singing tips videos address sort of singers who have a kind of baseline understanding, but I want to do a video for people who really want to be able to sing even in an average kind of way for fun or to sing along to your favorite song. So these are my top ways that you can go from being somebody who feels like you cannot sing at all to feeling like you're getting there and you're actually able to sing pretty well. The first thing, and probably the most prominent way that we get tripped up and that bad singers think that they just like are completely hopeless, is pitch. If you are someone who has trouble matching pitch and you feel like you're not even in the same ballpark a lot of times as the pitch you're trying to match or the song you're trying to sing with, I want to reassure you that it's very rare that you will be completely tone deaf. A lot of us think that we're tone deaf. But in reality, we simply lack the control, the muscle memory and the control to be able to kind of link your ear to your throat. I know this because a lot of you can tell when you're off pitch, right? If you're a singer who is really struggling. Like you might be able to record yourself and then hear that it's not quite there, or when you're actually singing, you're thinking, I'm not matching this pitch. Why am I not matching this pitch like I can hear it? So it doesn't necessarily, and it very rarely comes from a lack of being able to perceive pitch, but rather a lack of control and ability to connect that mental feeling of wanting to go somewhere and actually allowing your cord and your body to do it. So the best way to gain control of your voice, which applies to both pitch and tone, is to start really, really small. Sometimes I don't know if you found, but it's easier sometimes to hum, right? Versus trying to give a full-bodied, full-voiced sound. If you use a smaller amount of chord, a smaller sound, almost like you're singing a lullaby to a baby, it's going to be a lot easier for you to grow the voice from there than shooting for the moon right away and trying to sing along to, a Jessie J song or like, Whitney Houston and just like blast it. I like to use a wow, 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 wow when I'm getting singers to just be small and gentle, or a nya, 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 nya. But try it on a vowel that to you feels like you're singing a lullaby or something. And it's not that it's breathy, it's just that it's small. It's not a lot of sound. Okay? The next tip I have for you has to do with basically just kind of going easy on yourself. Like if you're someone who is trying to develop a kind of basic skill level when it comes to singing, you want to choose songs, melodies, warm-ups that start right in your comfort zone. So if you're, for example, a man, say you're like a 50-year-old man, you're like, I've always wanted to sing, why can't I just sing? I just want to match pitch. And say when you speak, you have a naturally lower baritone voice. It would be in your best interest to try to sing songs and find singers that kind of have a similar tone and a similar range as you. Think of like a Blake Shelton or someone with a baritone voice versus trying to sing, well, first of all, female songs, or trying to sing a song in a higher tenor range. You want to start with something that's going to feel very natural, probably in your conversational range. You want to start easy. Master Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you, small. Happy birthday to you. Okay, and if you're having trouble with that amount of pitch, just do that. Just do those first couple lines. Don't worry about it. You want to start very small. Maybe you even take the lyrics out. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. And that's it. Maybe that's your goal for literally a couple weeks or a month. It's really kind of micro progressions that are going to allow you to be like, oh, I'm waking up my voice, I'm gaining a little bit more control, which can eventually be built on. The next thing that could go a long way for singers who find that they just can't get the sensations right is to stretch out your face and your instrument. So for singers who are inexperienced or who think they suck, and again, I just hate saying that, but if you think you're a really bad singer, it could be that you're thinking of singing as all happening here, when in reality, so much of singing has to do with where the pitch or the sound resonates on your face. If you're having trouble with pitch or having trouble aiming your sound, it could be that you have a very closed off face, honestly. So one thing I would recommend for you, and actually all singers, but especially if you're having trouble here, is to stretch out your face. And I'm talking just basic stuff. When you sing, ultimately, you want to be as open and unobstructed as possible. So when I say stretch out, I mean stretching out the back of your throat, kind of like in a yawn feeling, and just doing that over and over and thinking, okay, you want to actually try to raise your palate in the back and drop your jaw to carve out that nice space, which is beautiful for singing. Additionally, as you can see, I'm kind of making a weird face. When we sing, we also want to open up the front of our face and this place called the nasopharynx, or the mask, which is right above your mouth. So the way I do that is, honestly, sometimes I just look in the mirror and I imagine my entire face is opening up. I actually was born with a pretty small mouth. A small mouth is not particularly fun if you're a singer. In general, bigger space means more resonance, means more versatility for your voice. So perhaps you've been held back because you haven't accessed the space that's available for you. If you're someone who's trying to create sound and it doesn't have anywhere to go and you're completely blocked off, and you haven't opened up your face, one of my tips is just to simply get to know a feeling of openness and stretching out your face. The final bit of advice I want to give for really all singers, but especially for singers who have aspirations of developing their talent but find that they're at a roadblock, is trying as best you can to get rid of the fear of not sounding like yourself. When you sing, really good singers make singing sound totally effortless and natural. But the truth is, there is a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of experimentation that goes into finding your best tone, your best voice, okay? So maybe a sensation of using a small sound, wah, 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 means you start to stretch out your face and you start to sound completely different from what you think of as yourself. Singing a lot of times makes you, basically, you have to feel comfortable kind of going outside your comfort zone, trying a new sensation, trying a new sound. Maybe you're gonna sound like wah, 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 and you sound ridiculous. Maybe you're gonna have a fear that in increasing your range, in practicing this, in stretching out your face, you're gonna crack, or you're gonna honk, or you're gonna wobble. You have to really get comfortable with that. This is why I think singing is so cool, is like it teaches you something that I think is fundamentally important, which is like being comfortable in the unknown and not worrying about making a mistake. So believe it or not, singers that feel really held back and feel really shy, it could be a frame of mind. You might be used to saying, I suck, I can't sing, there's no way I can increase my range. But the more comfortable you can get with being like, I'm singing and then I'm cracking. Okay, I cracked. All right, I'm trying it again and I'm cracking now, but like that's okay. Just get used to and comfortable with that kind of like repeated feeling of being whack, and you'll find that that's how progress will really be made. Okay, so I hope these were helpful tips. I know that it's sort of a big topic. It's like, you know, I'm making a lot of generalizations about like where you are in your journey of singing. Basically, I'm thinking of the singer here when I'm making this video who is really at the beginning and has kind of like hunches that they want to learn how to sing better but doesn't really know where to start. These are my best tips for that singer. Please let me know if this was helpful, if this answered some of your questions. Definitely leave me a comment, and please subscribe to my channel if you found this video was up your alley. I also teach a completely free belt singing course called Belting Crash Course. You can sign up here, and basically it's a series of videos that it kind of teaches you the fastest, most efficient way to find a belt sound, a belt singing voice. Yeah, so definitely sign up if you're interested. Please keep the questions rolling, keep the comments coming. I love making these videos for you guys, and I appreciate your taking the time to watch it. And see you on my channel.